ANFERNEE Simons will be the next superstar of the NBA and the Portland Trail Blazers, and I'm going to prove that to you right now. And just like all of us, he has his flaws, so we're going to take a look at that stuff too and how he can improve. But before we get started, make sure you subscribe, like, turn on those notifications, hit and highlight videos dropping daily, and let's get straight to it. First thing I wanted to talk about is his passing. Now he's not no CP3 or LeBron or like Luka, but he's able to make the right play very often. So like when you see these young guys, they come into the league, they always want to make the highlight play, not the right play. They make the selfish play, not the right play. You see ANFERNEE most times is gonna read the game and then he's gonna make the right play. Gets doubled off the screen, hits Nurkic on the roll. It's some basic reads, the basic stuff you should do, but you see a lot of young guys always want to be selfish and keep the ball for themselves. But ANFERNEE, he's going to get inside, he's going to make the reads. If he don't got it, he's going to kick it out. And even now, you just seen him kick it at Dame. That's called chemistry. He knows Dame is trailing. Dame hits the pump fake. Dame does what Dame does. And even here, boom, Gary Payton shows hands right here on this baseline. Delivers it on time and on target.
Down there to GP2. Luka 0-4 from 3 has 11 points. There's a guy over the last 10 averaging 40 points a game with 11 boards and 9 assists into the lane. Again,
super basic reads. It's super basic reads. And now the other thing I wanted to get into as well is that of course he's got Dame on the side, but what he's been able to learn from Dame, and you can see it in his game as well, is his pace and his poise. Now we see it. Now I didn't want to show too much of his isolation, his buckets, step backs, all that stuff. That could be a different time for a different day. But I really noticed his pace, his poise. When he does get into these isos, he's calm and relaxed. Like you'll see a lot of these young guys like Maxey or like Emmanuel Quickly, Jordan Poole. Those guys are always on go. They don't really know how to control pace. ANFERNEE, on the other hand, he's been able to pick up on it quick, and that's a great trait to have if you're a young guy, and that's something great to see. And on top of that, that quick release that he got, and it's smooth. It's not like it's no rush jumper. It's just quick, smooth, and he can shoot with range. That's like, what, 3 feet behind the line right there? Quick release.
Yeah, he's lost some confidence.
Double team chases Luka, bullet pass across the floor. Hardaway swings it.
But now here is where he could improve. Defensively, it's rare that you see a young player come into the league, first few years in the league, be mature and know a lot about on defense and how to guard certain positions and how to guard certain scenarios. So ANFERNEE, he's not the best defender on the team. So most nights he's not going to be guarding the number 1 guy. Number 2 guy is probably going to be guarded by Dame, and then he's going to be on that 3rd guy, which usually is going to be a role player, a shooter, or whatever they do. And so most nights ANFERNEE's going to see a lot of long closeouts to shooters and whatnot. But where he could be able to sharpen that up and be efficient in these scenarios is by reading the feet. Because notice here, at this time, if you see Dinwiddie put that foot back or any player put their foot back, they're just going to go downhill. They're not taking a jumper with their foot going backwards. Only if they step forwards they'll take a shot. So by reading the feet early, it can help them be able to save a little bit of time and get in better position.
Across the floor. Hardaway swings it. Here's Reggie.
That's one long ass closeout. That's one long closeout right there. But same thing comes here. Like as soon as you begin to run out, even for hoopers in general, as soon as you begin to run out on these long closeouts, just watch the feet the whole time. And as soon as you see that foot step back or you see that foot come out wide, just know that they're about to drive. So now you can stop yourself a little earlier than you can instead of trying to read their body and see where they're actually moving.
He went up for the 3. He made a late pass to Dinwiddie. Now it's Hardaway who takes it. No good.
He ran from corner to corner. That was one long closeout. At least he got there in time.
Catch and shoot.
Little things right here. Now at this point in the game, first quarter, he had 2 early fouls. But he's well aware, well conscious of that, and is able to make the adjustments to it. But now in this situation, you're just showing and he has to get back. But boom, he jumps. Why does he jump? There's nobody corner. McGee's in the middle. The only pass that Luka's gonna make out of this pick and pop is to Bullock right here in the back. Now, Bullock has been bricks this season, but he was not bricks last night, and you can't let it, regardless if they've been cold on the season, you let a player who can shoot get their night one night, that could be the change of the course of the whole season. Always got to respect the player and what they could do. Now it's just about Luka's been attacking him. Boom, still the first quarter. All this help is stacked up to the middle. But what does ANFERNEE do that allows Luka to be able to make this spin going baseline? Is that he brings that shoulder forward, think it's about to go post up. Because when you see somebody turn their back, it's not up. They're not going to do much except for post up or spin. So it's either one of the two. ANFERNEE thought he was about to post up, puts his weight on him, and now he put his weight on him. Luka spins right off and goes into the baseline. So you just got to play your space and let him just force him middle. Luka be fooling everybody with that move. That's probably one of Luka's favorite moves. You really watch him, he's gonna do that turn his back and then last second just spin right off you, make you think he's gonna post up. Same, kind of the same thing right here too. Nurkic is your help, but it's not just on Nurkic to let him, not just on Simons to let him know. It's on Nurkic to communicate. I'm here. I'm right here. Force him this way. And now what ANFERNEE could do is just completely force a baseline, take away that. Because Grant got this, Dame will have to get two, then they're in rotation. Bullock had it going last night. It's about time. Maybe Mavs could get a few more wins now that Bullock got going. Cross court closeout once again. Now the tricky thing about this one right here though. Boom, he comes up on this. Then he releases and allows Dinwiddie to get middle. Bullock at this point has about 6 threes. So Grant is not going to leave. And what Powell does is that he dives to the baseline just to move Eubanks out this middle and opens up that entire middle for Dinwiddie. So instead of just trying to force him middle, use your baseline as your second defender instead of one of your teammates. Because Grant's not leaving. Like I said, Powell dove down, took away Eubanks as help. Darting into the paint, Dinwiddie with the basket. Going for the dunk. We don't see Dame try to punch like that very often. Here's Dinwiddie. Hey, that's good. That's good D from ANFERNEE at that point. 2 fouls, second quarter, still could get in foul trouble. Dinwiddie's just attacking him. But watch where he doesn't put his hands. He doesn't hand check on that. I'm gonna talk about that a little later too. He's conscious of what he's doing.
That's pretty smart of Dame. I'm sorry.
But then boom, next play right down. I gotta get mines back. Attacks Dinwiddie, no screen, no nothing, goes, takes it back. Love to see that. Love to see when players just get it and just get that get back. Shows you he's got that mental side of it too. And so his defense is not all bad. It's not like he can't guard at all. It's just that he's undersized, and as an undersized guard in this league with a lot of players who are big and versatile, you're gonna have to learn these little things that are gonna make you be able to make up for your size. And so here, there's a lot of possessions where he plays good defense. This is good defense. Luka got to his pump, but as soon as you see him pick that ball up and go to his pump fakes, just wall up. Wall up. When you see these guys pick the ball up, they're not going to do nothing but, especially Luka, but try to pump fake you into jump in, draw a foul. And if you don't jump, then they're going to have a clean shot. That's why you just wall up and put your hands up instead of waiting for him to put that shot up, because he can't do nothing else but shoot or pass. Like I was saying, he's a conscious defender. And not even just a conscious defender, he's a conscious player. He knows all the things that he's doing. He's not going to be one of these guys who go out and get foul trouble every single night that he plays, and then even when he's in foul trouble, he doesn't learn from it. Nah, he knows what he's doing. He knows how to avoid these fouls. He knows what Luka's about to do. And that's a great sign, not just for defensively, but for him as a player in general. Because Luka, this low rip through, you see a ton of guys do this. Tatum, Harden, any scorer you can name them, they probably do it. So instead of ANFERNEE trying to put his hand right there and trying to get a hand on that ball, he puts his hands behind his back. He just puts his hands behind his back. He says, forget that. If you want to shoot that, you can shoot it clean. If not, you're going to have to pass that up. Once again, Luka got the matchup he want with Anthony. Boom. Hands behind his back. That's on GP. That's on GP. Because Anthony knew exactly what he was going to do. You know what move he was going to go to as he got into this pickup. Rip that ball low. Like most defenders already have that hand there. Just rip it, get the foul. But then boom. That's GP's fault right there. But that's the end of this video. Anthony has a lot of promise. And like I was saying about him being conscious of what he's doing defensively, he's conscious as a player. So now not only does he know what he's doing defensively, he's going to be able to make these improvements, and he's going to be able to translate that same consciousness to what he does offensively, to when he's in the gym in the offseason, to all these little things in his game. And if you have that mindset of being conscious with everything you're doing, you're going to learn, and by learning, you're only going to grow, growth, improvement, and then he's only bound to get better because all the talent that he already got, athleticism, the shot, the passing, the maturity, the people who he has around him. You know, he has Gary Payton, a great defender, Damian Lillard, well experienced. So he's in great hands in Portland. Unless you want to come to Orlando, I don't mind coming back home. If you come back home to Orlando, I won't mind it at all. Hey, Anthony, Paulo, Bobo, but let me stop. But yeah, that's the end of this video. Anthony Simons, a lot of promise, a lot of learning, a lot of growth to do. But it seems like he's going to be ready for it. So make sure you subscribe, like, turn on those notifications. New videos dropping daily, and we out of here.